Natural Prince.
6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Every weekday on your number one radio experience. You can count on Eagles 102.3 FM.
Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us on your radio experience. You can count on. It's good to have you join us as we look at the papers. This is what we do every morning at this time, especially on the weekday. This time we look at the big stories within the dailies and we get to talk about them, analyze them, proffer solutions where necessary. And we are about to do just that this morning. If you're joining in for the first time, keep these numbers really close. You're going to need them when we open up the phone lines to take in your thoughts and responses. 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888. You may want to send SMS and WhatsApp messages to 090-9705-4450. We're streaming live at Eagles FM Abuja on YouTube and Facebook. You can watch us there. You can also download the Eagles FM app and take us everywhere that you go. You just also we're streaming there on our website at www.eaglesfm.com. Check us out everywhere. We love to be everywhere like that. Let's go to the Vanguard newspaper now. And in case you're wondering, my name is Natural Prince. Big story in the front page of this day newspaper. Federal government incurs 36.8 trillion naira deficit in 8 years under Buhari. Records 32 trillion naira revenue, spends 68 trillion naira. 78% of deficit incurred in 4 years. Again, the headline, federal government incurs 36.8 trillion naira deficit in 8 years under Buhari. Records 32 trillion naira revenue, spends 68 trillion naira. 78% of deficit incurred in 4 years. Now, another headline there within the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. 4 U.S. embassy staff killed in Anambra. Right to the story, embassy staff came under attack by gunmen in Obaru area of Anambra. Really sad and unfortunate. Humanitarian workers being killed in Anambra State. It's quite unfortunate. Again, the headline, 4 U.S. embassy staff killed in Anambra. Embassy staff came under attack by gunmen in Obaru area of Anambra State. Now, listen, just above the nameplate, you would find 10th National Assembly, come early, avoid Saraki-like coup, Adamu tells Akpabio, Barrow, and others. 10th National Assembly, come early, avoid Saraki-like coup, Adamu tells Akpabio, Barrow, others. Now listen to this interesting headline. Are you listening? Buhari baffled by pervasive level of corruption. Buhari baffled by pervasive level of corruption, says presidency. I'm going to read you that story in a bit. Another headline here says, Emefiele's Naira redesign curbed terrorism, Arewa youth tells Matawale. Emefiele's Naira redesign curbed terrorism, Arewa youth tell Matawale. Federal government establishes 13 metropolitan fire stations across Nigeria. Federal government establishes 13 metropolitan fire stations across Nigeria is also there. Now, assault. Court orders Seun Kuti's detention. Assault. Court orders Seun Kuti's detention. There you have that. And you have also columns by Baba Ahmed as well as Afe Babalola in the Vanguard newspaper this morning. You want to read any of those, it would be good for you. Now, let's get to that story I promised you earlier. It says, Buhari baffled by pervasive level of corruption presidency. It says, the presidency said yesterday that President Muhammadu Buhari was baffled by the high-level corruption still prevalent in the country, despite efforts made by his government to fight the malaise. It, however, noted that the president was above scandal and had no account with corrupt money anywhere in the world. Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, who stated this in an interview on Channels Television's breakfast program Sunrise Daily yesterday, said, if you ask the president this question, why corruption is still rife in the country, he will equally tell you he is baffled by the fact that people who otherwise would have been in jail are riding their Rolls Royce and their aircraft roaming around. I mean, how does this... Okay, go on. He explained that under the Constitution, the president or the executive arm could only investigate and prosecute suspected corrupt persons. All right, move on. I'd love to hear what you think about those headlines. Let's get to other papers now. Quickly, if you're joining in, please get your thoughts ready because we would be taking them. Let's see. The Punch newspaper now. Strike. Dr. Sean talks. Medical tourism gobs $3 billion in 3 years. Resident doctors rejecting Gige's peace moves. Decry health sector's brain drain. Listen, this might sound ridiculous, but, you know, a gift is a gift, right? Army rewards 58 soldiers with bicycles and cash gifts. Army rewards 58 soldiers with bicycles and cash gifts. Love to love to feel your polls on that as well. Manufacturers threaten shut down over excise duty hike. Manufacturers threaten shut down over excise duty hike. Court remands Seun Kuti. Police come home for exhibits. Anambra, gunmen kill 2 U.S. consulate officials and 2 cops. Really sad. Above the nameplate of this day of the Punch newspaper, rather, beg your pardon. National Assembly leadership, APC wants Akpabio Abbas against upset. Nigeria needs $12 billion to clean up oil spills, says report. Nigeria needs $12 billion to clean up oil spills. That's according to a report in the Punch newspaper. That's according to the Punch newspaper, rather. Strengthening anti-graft agencies. Federal government advises Tinubu. I feel like saying a lot of things this morning, but I'm just going to keep all of that to myself because there's no point saying anything, right? For me, my opinion doesn't really count, does it? Strengthening anti-graft agencies. Federal government advises Tinubu. Moving away from that one. President Buhari had been touted to be the anti-corruption czar. And if the Buhari administration could be baffled and surprised at the level of corruption in this government, I mean, I wonder who is going to fight corruption in this country. If the anti-corruption czar couldn't do it and didn't even know about the level of corruption in his administration and can't do anything about those who are riding in their Rolls Royce free, even though they should have been in prison, then I wonder what's going to happen. Let's see what this day's newspaper is reporting, shall we? All right, let's do that. Big story, front page of this day newspaper. How Jibril brokered Tinubu Kwankwaso meeting in France. Ex-Kano governor may join government of national unity. President-elect allegedly proposed reconciling Ganduje and predecessor. Now, the story broke yesterday about how, the president-elect and Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso met in France and may be considering having a national government, having Kwankwaso join his government. And some people are saying that Kwankwaso may just return to the All Progressives Congress. Who knows? Let's see how that turns out. It would be interesting to see. BBC investigations like Premium Times show Obi not Tinubu won in Rivers, contrary to Wike's loud claims. Results from IREV in Rivers alone may not have altered outcome of presidential poll. BBC investigations like Premium Times show Obi not Tinubu won in Rivers, contrary to Wike's loud claims. Results from IREV in Rivers alone may not have altered outcome of presidential poll. Also there, gunmen killed 2 U.S. embassy staff, 2 security officials in Anambra. Presidency, rising inflation not peculiar to Nigeria, challenge global. IMF, African currencies under pressure, depreciated by 8% since January 2022. Ghana, Sierra Leone currencies suffer over 45% drop. And finally, Arewa Youth Nairobi design policy has reduced banditry and terrorism. There you have it. And front page of this day newspaper. Join the conversation 09073 530044 and 09087 668888. You can send SMS and WhatsApp messages to 09097054450. First caller is in. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, President Nacho. My goodwill and God's blessings to Nigeria and Nigeria.
Good morning, Clement Zion Prince. We're glad you're here.
Nacho, 1 week to go, a week and some days to go, Buhari is just realizing that there was corruption in his government. You see why I said I regretted ever being one of the anchor people in my local government area who worked for the entombment of this man. So Buhari does not know the level of corruption in his government. Just some weeks ago, he's regretting it. Is he not aware that his own son-in-law was accused of 65 billion, and the president said the man is no longer marrying Buhari's daughter? Where was the man ever tried? Buhari is not aware that the COVID-19 fund, that billions were traced to the account of the accountant general, the secretary to government. Buhari is not aware of all the slush funds that are allegedly missing in the Ministry of Finance and the Budget Office of the Federation. The accountant general's case is still pending, and they say the statements are missing, and the case is being stored under the watch of the EFCC. Buhari is not aware of all the things that are happening with oil subsidy. He's not aware of the trillions of barrels of crude being stolen from our shelves. The other day, I took note of, I think it was Udo Kama who said that he was surprised that Buhari was one of the first persons that congratulated this Yeda for cooking 96 hours, how many hours, for cooking beans and rice. Buhari immediately was aware of that one. But all these things are affecting Nigeria, turning our economy upside down, impoverishing the people. Buhari is not aware. Only today now he's just aware. We didn't need a government like this. At all. That's why I regretted working for him. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Clement Zion Prince. But then, speaking of the president congratulating Hilda Bassi. The president has a special assistant on social media, who is very, very active on social media. And, they tweet and put out messages on social media on behalf of the president. Well, that's how they manage the social media handles of the president. We know that people manage it. The president doesn't tweet by himself, does he?
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Prince.
Good morning. Is this Moses?
Yeah, it's Moses, I was tonight.
I'm great. Thank you. My night was great. Thank you so much for asking.
It's okay. I don't know who is helping the president in feeding him the analysis of the economy of this country. He said he's surprised to get corruption in his own time. He's surprised. Surprised when other corrupt party leaders come to APC. Corrupt party leaders that needs to be investigated, persecuted, come to APC. They accept them, they welcome them, and give them a handshake. What are you expecting? Would you expect the whole system to be corrupted? This is the most ultimate challenge of this country, corruption. If corruption will be deleted from this country with the abundance of resources that God has given unto us, the unborn Nigeria will enjoy this country called Nigeria. Because look at what the president just says. With all what is happening, he says he's surprised. There are some EFCC discovered corruption with it. What have they done? All the holistic system of this government is full of corruption. Somebody from another party to APC, you welcome him, no investigation, nothing. Terrible things are happening in this country. Terrorists are being kept not investigated, not persecuted. It's not part of corruption. Our oil missing, crude oil missing, certain amount, billions of billions. No investigation. Nobody is held responsible for persecution. And the president is telling us, the Nigerians, few weeks ago, that he's surprised that corruption is found in his domain. Well, God is going to help us. I know God is going to bring somebody who will not be surprised, but rather to fish these people out. One thing I believe is that until Nigeria observed what was done in China, when all the corrupt figures were arrested, face execution, before China become what it is.
All right, Moses.
In as much as these corrupt people are still within us, in fact, the system will not work.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you calling in. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, KGB. Is that you?
Yes, you. Thank you, Yanacho. And I thank the two callers so far. And my contribution is my own contribution. How many will you people count? You don't need to count. Which one will you count and leave another? When everybody is saying is when he is the one that supervises everything. Telling you that come to APC, no matter what, no matter you have seen, you are forgiven. So what will you? Is it the killings? See, I beg, no need of counting anything. I remember that some of us have been arguing about his what do I call it? His legacy is going to leave behind. We are seeing the legacy. We just confirming the legacy. And right now, they are even telling you that they have created about how many millions of jobs from the same presidency. Is that not part of? Is it not part of corruption? So they are in it. They are continuing in that corruption. Then, U.S. start killing in Anambra. I tell you, this is too bad, and I pray that the indigenous of Anambra or even Igbo land will stand up and carry out this investigation to unravel who are behind this, because this is very, very implicating. This is very, very implicating. They just have to make sure that they unravel the killers. Forgetting about the police or whatever can be doing their own, but they themselves will be their own, so that everything will be, open, because this is very, very dangerous, which we don't pray for. Then we'll be in Rivers. The BBC's report or investigation. That investigation is just simple truth. The APC never got 25% in Rivers State. The percentage they got in Rivers State, whatever percentage they got in Rivers State, is pronounced and awarded by Wiki and Mahmoud. Who voted the APC in River State?
Thank you very much.
Nobody.
Thank you.
So the report is clear.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you calling in. Well, the courts will decide that eventually. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. What's your name?
Yes, Apostle from Abu.
Apostle, good to have you.
Yes, our president has to be a battle of high corruption and criminality in the country because he spent 6 months here and he spent 6 months in abroad for medical checkup. And the highest thing he has done to Nigeria is by appointing Tinubu as our president, whereby he's better than Tinubu. Why unfortunate? There's God to help us. I remain a good listener to your program. God bless.
Thank you very much.
Hello.
Tinubu was connected. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Abdullahi
This is Abdullahi.
Good to have
Yes,
you.
sir, calling from Cuba. Thank you very much indeed, sir. The president now realizing the mistake he has done in this country leadership. So he just started seeing, and he will cry heavily when he left office, when he go back to his home, watch Nigerian situation, watch the condition, very precarious condition that he put this country. Then he begins crying heavily because I know now he doesn't know much about the destruction he made in his own administration. But when he left power, he will cry, and there is no time to look any forgiveness or to come and do some corrections. Time has gone. 8 years was enough for him to fix this country at least a little bit right. But he failed to do so. He failed to listen to those people who love this country and loved him. He just carried those enemies of the people, enemies of the country, surrounded him, giving them the power without any proper investigation. So all the problem we are getting in this country under his leadership caused by him, he himself. Nobody undermined his leadership. He failed to administer the country very well. And I pity for him. Even me, I'm a just common Nigerian, doesn't have anything, but I know I have to pity him because he will see the destruction he made here and the hereafter. Because he has done things that are bad to this country, and I don't think Nigerians are going to forgive him as he asked for their forgiveness. Secondly, the issue of this conference on Tinubu in France, the really politicians, they are all the same. Forget about their own political affiliation. If you fight for them or you just kill somebody because of them or you carry weapons and attack your fellow Nigerians because of them, so you are in trouble. Look at it now. All of them are doing the same thing, and tomorrow they will just come and do the same thing and join themselves. Their own family are the same family. They are all from one family. So that's why I call on my Nigerians not to fight because of any politician. Stay with people very peacefully. If you fight because of them, they are not fighting for you. They are fighting for their own political survival, their own future.
Okay, Abdullahi.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling. Appreciate you and your thoughts. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
My name is GB.
GB, welcome.
I appreciate you. Very professional and very intelligent. But there are some things that should not be allowed. You make wide allegations. Somebody said that during coronavirus, that billions of naira were traced to the account of the federal government. Which of them? We have only two in this regime. The first one left around 2017, 2018. The only one that was present during the coronavirus was Bob Mustafa. I never read anywhere that billions of naira were traced to his account. People want to color their story. You don't need to make one allegation. You can bring your point out. Please, let's avoid it. Let's avoid. Many people are listening to this radio.
Point noted. Thank you very much. Go ahead, please.
So what I want to say, the president's speech was taken out of context. I don't think for the government, and I want to speak that what the president is saying is that the level of corruption in Nigeria overwhelming. That is overwhelming. That he doesn't know he get to that level. When I spend time and resources to fight corruption in this country, we have a whistleblower, billions of dollars recover. The Senate cannot enter this country today because he knew what he did during PDP. because somebody is fighting corruption. Some years ago, people like Kari voting everywhere. I mean, in this country. They ran away because they knew that they were being fought. Let me tell you, there's no nation that can eliminate corruption. You can only reduce it. We Nigeria, we have not yet to fight corruption. The civil servants have not yet to fight corruption. That's why it's still pressing. But he cannot fight alone. I appreciate you for the level you are able to fight it to expose. There's nobody exposed about corruption that by said don't prosecute him. Like the general there, he has been arrested, prosecuted, they recovered $30 billion from him, and he's still being tried. Before, some people will be silent. They will say go to anywhere. You will visit this country as a saint. You are arrested somewhere in London, in the government. Buhari is fighting corruption. Secondly, I want to talk on the issue of killing in Southeast and everywhere. So this thing are political and economical. It is the people that will fight against it. Government cannot be everywhere. When people say no, it will be no. Those forests where the kidnappers hiding, people have seen them there. They don't air out for them. They buy food for them. All the kidnappers in Northwest, Northeast, North Central. It is when the populace say they want to fight it. How do they fight it? By involving in community policing. We are good today. Where is it in Southeast? Look at what Amotekun is doing in the Northwest.
Thank you very much,
GB. Everyone is working there.
Thank you for your thoughts.
Because people feel that it's working against them.
Let's have you right now. Thank you very much, GB. Let's go. More calls. Hello, good morning. Right, you want to call back in a bit. The conversation continues. We'll be taking more of your thoughts and responses to the headlines. We'll bring you more headlines and some of the stories that we may have missed. We'll bring them to you in a bit. Keep it locked on your radio experience. You can count on.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Betway is your gateway to an entire theme park of gaming excitement. A whirlpool of wonder where your favorite games come to life. From Hot Fruit to Dream Catcher, from Gonzo's Quest to Aviator, where you can take the skies across a world of possibility, all from the palm of your hand. Sign up today at betway.com.ng. Terms and conditions apply. No under 18. Bet responsibly.
There you are, riding in silence, both deep in thought. I bet you the driver think this ride shouldn't cost more, and you the passenger are sure you're overpaying. Never mind, let's just stay quiet. Or you can both download InDrive and agree on a fair price beforehand. InDrive. People driven. The InDrive online passenger transportation aggregator is not a taxi service. For more information, visit indrive.com.
Has anyone told you you can talk about your business on radio for just 15,000 naira? Get a chance to talk your business for 25 minutes on The Entrepreneur. Mondays to Fridays, 3 p.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM, Abuja. For more inquiries, call 090-9984-4433. 090-9984-4433. The Entrepreneur. Talk your business for just 15,000 naira. Hurry now.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
This is Eagles 102.3, your radio experience. You can count on it. You're onto the pages. A newspaper review where we look at the big stories within the dailies, past comments, and make sure that everyone, has a voice in here. We'll take more calls now before we get back to other stories. Hello, good morning.
Hey, Nacho, point of order. I don't like to call back, but for a reason, pardon me for a few seconds. For your information, the news that 3 billion was traced to the office account of the Secretary of Government. Let GB go and Google it. It was on press release. Sure banker. The issue that Buhari's son-in-law was alleged to have taken 65 billion, and the president said he was not marrying the man's daughter anymore. All these are in press domain. They were released on papers and news. So because GB is so focused on defending the government, what affects Nigerians sometimes is not aware. Let him go and Google this. I'm a lawyer. I know what I don't speak for the fun of speaking. So these are in news. The fact that Nigeria is being tried for over 1 and something billion, and they say the statement is missing in court. It's all in public domain. Everything I'm talking about, the fact that they said there was a lot of slush funds missing in the Ministry of Finance and the Budget Office of Federation, they're all in the news. You see, the ZB out of this country because it's so. I don't want to use the names, but he's so defensive of the government that he's not aware that Buhari is not aware of so many things. Thank you. We are all affected. We are all Nigerians. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, let's get some more calls like in this. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Jerry calling.
Jerry, welcome.
Yeah. You see, Satan will never be aware because he's fighting God. Satan will never be finding anything bad in what he sees. Why is he fighting God? Because he wants to take over the thing. So anybody that is benefiting will never be finding anything bad in evil. So, you see?
I don't know. I don't understand what you're saying.
No, you will not understand. Anyway. But anybody that reads the proverb, anybody that understands the proverb will know the proverb.
Please speak to the headlines, Jerry. Please speak to the headlines.
Yes, I'm going to the headline. You see, I want to thank Nigerians. They are patient. And they are all well. You know, when we suffer, we search your water. Whatever we do, we are comfortable with it. You understand? So, you see, whatever they you see, all our leaders, we are not dying like chicken in their hand, and they are not care. Now, our life now is going to be like chicken they kill in Christmas or in Salah. So they don't care. We can go to hell and die as we want. They don't care. And we too, we don't even care too. I can see somebody molesting my brother on the street. I will not even care. Somebody will not care. So we are so patient and comfortable with the way we live, and we'll let everything get away with the way they do it. Somebody that is not doing well, blowing a siren on the street, disturbing the whole public, and they will all him go free. Somebody that is not doing well, you vote him, quiet, all right, you are the one that go to the polling unit and vote this person. That person will do whatever he like and be carrying saline. Even the councillor now have the right to carry saline everywhere. Councillor, even a man now can go, he carries saline everywhere. Wow, the person disturbing the whole public and you are not doing anything. Nigeria, I want to thank Nigerians. The way they are patient and peaceful. But these people are pushing them to the wall. And I believe that one day they will rise again. When they rise, their numbers are few. And I believe they will confirm to that.
Jerry, thank you very much for calling. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, welcome.
Hello, sir.
Good morning. Well, let's hear you, please.
My name is Emmanuel.
Emmanuel, are you a first-time caller?
Yes.
Thank you for joining us, Emmanuel. Good to have you. Go ahead.
Thank you. I entered FM yesterday and I heard one woman she is calling up, and that's why I copied the number.
Okay. And so you copied the number for what?
To call her and greet her.
Thank you very much for calling and greeting her. Thank you. Moving on. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, my job prince.
Yes.
Hello?
I can hear you. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm
very well. Thank you very much. What's your name, sir?
So, my name is Mr. Emeka calling from Karu.
Is it your first time calling, sir?
No.
Okay, good.
Not all of us.
Not so.
So, all the propaganda of APC and all that, they are now realizing that there is more corruption in their government. Where is all these mega-scare people? All these people that are supporting APC, where are they? See, by the time we tell ourselves the truth in Nigeria, things will get better to all of us. But the problem we have is that these people have finally, they have used all kinds of things to deceive us. Now we can work together as masses. Until what happens? Not touch that side. Until what happened in Ghana happened in Nigeria. If not, we are not going anywhere. Tinubu is coming. We start where Buhari stop. That means we are expecting the worst to come, because all this money that I have borrowed, who will pay that money? Definitely, incoming government will borrow another money. So, what is the hope of the common man? No hope. We don't have hope in Nigeria. These people are just there for their own selfish and wicked interests. I call them rulers. I don't call them leaders, because if they are really leaders, they know what to do. See, to change this country will not take 3 years. Anybody that wants to change this country will change this country. In twinkle eye of 3 years, this country will change. Ask me how it will happen. You pay all these soldiers, you pay all these police, you pay them very well. Then you cut the cost of governance. Governance in Nigeria is too expensive. If you can cut it, all the mineral resources we have, we start harvesting them. This country will blow off. People will even envy to come to Nigeria. But they will not do all these things.
All right.
A policeman will finish having to collect his pension, his problem. And you tell me that we are moving ahead. How?
Thank you very much.
Look at this, taking it everywhere. Thank you very much.
Have a fantastic
good
day. Thank you. Appreciate you calling in. Let's get to the messages. Ohinoi says, "Good morning, Iheanacho. It's what do you expect when corruption continues giving birth under Buhari administration? I'm ashamed if Buhari is not aware of corruption." Thank you very much, Ohinoi. Don is here. Good morning, Don.
Hello, good morning, my prince. How was the night?
And that was great. Thank you very much for asking. Yes.
Okay, this is Don. I want to react to the news I heard this morning about a convoy of a governor killing 3 persons in Ebonyi State. You see, the kind of rascalities these governors exhibit on the road is really alarming. Are they trying to tell us that the people on the streets, on the road, are not human beings? The way they chase people out, the way they even their securities even manhandle people on the road. Man, you need to see how these guys behave when they are on the road. This is not fair. This is not fair to the citizen. Killing people, and be rest assured that these guys nothing is going to happen to the families of these people. They have wasted the lives of these people that are perhaps the breadwinners of their families. All of a sudden, they just cut short for recklessness. It's bad. And then the Buhari says our president is always not aware. We are not surprised. This is the thing we have always known about the man. Unfortunately, some people worked for him to come on board. Some of us knew that this man is not going to know anything about governance. He doesn't know. Okay, somebody who's some certificate is still under contention. How is he going to know how to run? Ordinary O-level certificate is going to know how to run governance. Okay. So, and then military rewarding their this thing with bicycles and some cash. Man, you want to serve your country. This is the kind of things you get. The kind of appreciation you get for bicycle in a country that has a lot of resources being embezzled by their leaders. You're giving people who are laying their lives for citizens bicycle. Come on, guys.
Don't you don't
well,
know that
have a beautiful day. Thank you.
Bicycles are expensive these days. You don't know. I'll just leave that at that. But then also speaking on the story of the Ebonyi State Governor's convoy ramming into some individuals and killing them. well, destroying their cars and motorcycles as well. It's the story. According to the story, the convoy had dropped the governor off at the airport, and on their way back into the city, that happened. So while the governor wasn't in the vehicle at the time, according to the story or the report. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Prince. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us.
God bless you, please. My name is Prince Emeka.
Prince Emeka, welcome. It's been a while.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm telling you, my dear brother.
It's been a really long time.
Okay, sometimes when we finish talking, we find out that even the government people they don't listen to what we are saying. I don't even think they listen to radio, honestly.
Who told you?
I'm telling you now. Well, how many of them are calling to even express themselves?
You'll be surprised that some of the people who call with you also send back reports. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
All right, my dear brother, you see, our president is not aware, I was not aware. Yes, he can never be aware because, number one, does he really live in Nigeria? That's what we see. Sometimes we make a lot of mistakes. When you say somebody lives in Nigeria, living in Nigeria does not mean you have a house in Nigeria. Living in Nigeria means, do you integrate with the people? That's the question. Our president does not integrate with the people. So you will not know what is happening to the people. You talk of corruption in depth. How will he know about, does he read Nigerian newspaper? That's one question. I can challenge him to that. Let him come and let's ask him one question.
The presidency, I remember some I think it was in 2018 or 2019 that the presidency categorically said the president reads all the papers. They provide him with all the papers. There's a budget for newspapers in the for the president, even in the Nigerian budget. So
I know you were there with me when you were giving it.
So
you were there with me. Now, another thing that caught my attention, bro, is bicycle to reward Nigerian army people.
Emeka, have you priced bicycle of late?
My brother, forget that thing.
Have you priced the bicycle of late? You don't know that a bicycle today can buy 5 cars in 1984.
My brother, listen, unless if it is for sport purpose only. But if it's bicycle for reward, even you when they got that studio, they give you bicycle for reward for this your good work. My brother, you go think twice though.
Please, Emeka, come and be going. Thank you very much. Thank you for
whoever
calling.
that idea, he got that idea. We need to look that person well. Though.
Look, you don't know that the army and the soldiers have certain terrains that they go to that cars cannot enter. Motorcycles cannot enter. It's only bicycles that can go there. You don't know. Thank you very much. You don't know operations.
I promise you bicycle. When I become president, I'll give you bicycle.
I reject it for you and for me. Thank you very much, Emeka. That's some terrains that motorcycles and cars may not be able to access. And these soldiers may have to go in their bicycles, I don't know. You don't know army operations. Udokama, good morning to you.
How was your night?
The night was great, thank you.
Ifanacho, are you actually trying to defend President Buhari? That he has people that tweet for him, people that managing social media for him? Ifanacho, is it that those people who are managing the social media for him, they are not seeing what is going on, the killings that are going on, the corruption issue that he says is not aware, that is baffling him, that is trading in social media, that person that is in charge of that social media is not it doesn't concern him. Sometimes even you this morning you made a comment and I observed that comment. You said you have so many things to say, but there's no need of you saying it because it doesn't matter. Like even your opinion doesn't count. And that is what I'm seeing also. We look as if we are wasting our time, our energy, talking. Our opinion doesn't count. And whatever we think we are saying does not matter to the presidency. And I am always furious whenever I heard the news that the presidency say. It beats my mind. How can we have a president that cannot talk? We will be hearing presidency saying, presidency said. And that is why Buhari is not aware of almost everything that is happening in Nigeria. Buhari is the minister of petrol, but he doesn't understand what is going on with our petrol and the rest of them. If I'm not sure, I don't want to talk. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Udokama. And when I say my opinion doesn't count, it's because I'm sitting here behind this microphone. some of you don't know the power that you wield, and how much some of us wish we could really be on the other side and just say some things that we may want to say. But you don't know how important what you say and how you say it is to nation building. So please continue to contribute your quota. Yes, good morning, Elder Noja. Good to have you.
I'm fine. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
You see, my presidency is not aware about corruption in your own government.
It's the presidency that's speaking on his behalf.
He's not aware now. But Lai Mohammed is aware. And then the spokesman, the other man, is aware. They not tell it. So he's not aware. I never hear president of country say he's not aware what is happening. You see the other side, even if there's an accident in America before 2 hours, the president of America are aware. But my own president, all what is happening, killing herdsmen, killing people, kidnapping, corruption in the government, he says he's not aware. That means that he's overqualified to rule Nigeria now. Thank God that he's going. Those in supporter, I think they have to be silenced now because they have denied that he's not aware about what is happening. Something like Gbenga, the support the spokesman of the federal government, say they misquote the president. What the president say by himself, they are misquoting him. Let Gbenga come out and tell us more as you misquote the president. You say he's not aware about all the corruption in the government. That's what he says. And then you are telling us, say, misquote the president. I don't know how somebody will come out and defend what is not dispensable. If you want to talk on radio, talk the thing where people will hear. Not to talk something like Lai Mohammed. Lai Mohammed in Igu FM. Thank you very much. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you, Elder Noja. Alhaji Lai Mohammed, Minister for Communications. Please leave him out of this. He didn't call on radio this morning, so let's leave him out of this conversation. Bringing in more messages now. Good morning, the great journalist. It is disappointing to hear our dear president is surprised at the level of corruption in Nigeria, and I sympathize with the American embassy for losing respectable people to the hands of untamed persons in our society. Mickey, thank you very much for this message. It's been a while, Mickey. I haven't heard from you. I think the last time we heard, about a few days ago. Thank you very much for your message. Let's get to more calls. 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888. Your SMS and WhatsApp messages are welcome. The portal is still open. 090-9705-4450. Let's get this one in. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Ihan Acho.
Good morning to you.
How the family?
We're good. We're grateful.
This is Over to Jesus from Maraba.
Over to Jesus. Good to have you.
I would like to comment on the issue of that our president saying that he doesn't know what is happening. Definitely the man in question may be right, but definitely is a very, very shameful thing to this nation. The way things is going, maybe all these people that they have been killing, both in Kafachan, Zaria and Kaduna, many other places, even other places all over the country. Do you know the number of the souls have been wasted under this administration? Hello?
We can hear you.
Okay. We wasted souls. A lot of innocent Nigerians have already went to the grave. Some are still inside the hospital now at Lagos because of 25th presidential election Look at what is going on, the resources. In fact, this current administration, Yanacho, is automatically a waste. It has set Nigeria back. It's unfortunate. It's very, very fortunate. God bless Nigeria.
God bless you. Over to Jesus. Thank you very much for calling. Let's get more. Let's quickly wrap up. We don't have time now. Anthony Witness is here. Good morning, Anthony Witness.
President Acho, good morning. This is Anthony Witness. I laughed out loud when I heard you read that the military bought bicycles for some of the soldiers. Did they tell you how much they bought the bicycle? Because it will surprise you that the amount on paper they bought the bicycles may be enough to buy a car. So corruption everywhere. What do they want them to use a bicycle to do? Like the security officers that were working during the early days, Mongo Park came to Nigeria to discover River Niger. They cut mass. They use bicycle. That is what they are buying in the 20th century for soldiers. It is well, and your president is not aware of corruption, but his children are billionaires now. Don't worry, let him leave office now. We will see a big can of worms be open. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Anthony Witness. Let's get your messages now. Comrade Ulo Basi says, great to know that you're still on the cockpit. Saying Hanacho Prince, good morning, please. It's not a surprise for BBC to have unraveled the rigging machine used by Governor Wike and his cohorts to throw up Tinubu instead of Obi as the winner of the last presidential election in River State. If another media house can sincerely follow, if other media houses can sincerely follow the footprints of such investigative journalism, many other states that have been hitherto declared for APC in the elections will be reverted back to Labour Party as the winner. Kwankwaso and the president-elect meeting in France. I beg, let's not kill ourselves for these people. They are birds with the same feathers, and they will fall together. God bless the common people of Nigeria. Amen, Comrade Ulo Basi. Comrade Ulo Basi, you know, the issue on the declaration of winner and all that, the investigations by the media houses. Premium Times had done a report earlier on the same issue. But, you know, like they say, let the courts decide what it is. Again, the results from one state cannot overturn the outcome of an election until...
Yes, Abuja, Usman Daura is my name. I'm not surprised.
Usman Daura, good morning.
If the president is not aware of most of the things that were happening in his government. If you remember, even when Boko Haram said that they are going to catch the president, he was not aware. It was El-Rufai that told him when he paid him a visit. El-Rufai said it when he was interviewed by the state correspondents. That even the president aware of what the threat Boko Haram is saying that they want to go after him. So I'm not surprised when you surround yourself with incompetent people, with sycophants, inexperienced people who only tell you what you want to hear. How would you be aware, Mr. President? You have been blocked. You have been caged. Nobody has access to you. Well, thank God. I wish you well. You wouldn't. In fact, you are going to. You will be. In fact, by the time you get back and sit down and watch what transpired, what happened under your watch, Mr. President. In fact, these people betrayed you. They betrayed you. Nigerians voted you. But unfortunately, you surround yourself with people that did not meant well for this country. People who are after themselves, self-centered, selfish, vicious people. And look at it today. So it's unfortunate that this is happening under your watch and the rest of it, Mr. President. By the time you get back, sit down and watch what happened. In fact, Mr. President, you will not believe it. You will not believe it. You see, when people come out to you, they think that they don't like you. They are against the government. It's not like that. At least constructive criticism should be taken serious. It's not about being opposition. No. Most of the times when people say something because they are not APC, it's not like that. So that is the problem we face. And Tinubu should be ready to surround himself with good people. If not, the trend will continue. It's not a magic. That is just the simple truth. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Usman Daura. And Engineer Shego will wrap it up for us this morning. Good morning.
That was your night.
Great.
You see the problem of Nigeria. If you check the newspaper that come out January 2015, and you see the problem of Nigeria there, check the problem again. The problem is still there. They are not solving it. Instead of solving it, they are increasing it. So Nigeria just needs prayer. We should just stop disturbing ourselves, blaming them because they know what they are doing. Everybody is fighting for his own pocket. God bless Nigeria. God bless Eagles FM.
Engineer Shego, thank you very much. God bless you. Engineer Shego, Usman Daura, Anthony Witness, over to Jesus, Mickey, Elder Noja, Udukama, Prince Emeka, Ohinoi, Don Emeka, Emmanuel, Jerry, GB, Abdullahi, Mekano, Apostle Osalides, KGB, Moses, Clement Zion, Prince, thank you all for being a part of the conversation this morning. Vicky Vick is going to take over in Sports on Eagles Wings shortly, and then we'll come back at 9 o'clock to discuss topical national issues. The resident doctors are declaring another warning strike. We'll talk about that and all the pressing issues in the polity. Coming up next, right at, like I mentioned, at the top of the hour, Sports and Eagles Wings. My name is Ihiana Cho Prince, His Radio Highness of Abuja. And to you who just sat back to listen, you are my MVP. Thank you for being there. Let's do this again tomorrow at the top of the hour, 7.